Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So just a little update on kind of the tonneau cover with the lock and load wheel chock, which there's actually a problem with that one. I fixed it, but I shouldn't have had to have fixed it. So figure I'd try loading the bike like this with the tailgate up this morning, just because I'm bringing it in here to the shop. I want to do an oil change and just redo the wiring for the cooling fan that stopped working. So we're going to redo that, see if that fan even still works, but redo the wiring. And I'll show you this lock and load system here, but with the tonneau cover, with the Armor tonneau cover, link in the description to this one. I bought this, and I bought the lock and load. This is how it looks like this. It does fit in. That way I'm not rubbing against the tonneau cover other than the fender. Fender's okay, I just don't want weight on the tonneau cover. And it sits right on the tailgate, just like that. This method, or you can have this down, or I can have this on an angle because I have yellow bars that I can put here for different angles, and I can put it that way. I can do it many different ways. I figured I tried this today. It does look like the weight of the bike might be kind of pushing on this, but I don't really care. I don't think this trim piece is that expensive, and this is how it looks. And there's the lock and load, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. So here's the lock and load. I've tried different levels for this. I have just kept it high because it didn't seem like it made that big of a difference, and I wanted the tire up higher because it was rubbing on the brake rotor on that side, and then occasionally it would rub on the guard on this side. So I wanted it up higher. So the block of wood, a 2x6, worked fine that I had just laying around. It just lets the tire rest on that, and then it just puts it up high enough that it's not hitting here. So that's cool. No, the bike's a dirt bike. This is their dirt bike one, 21 inch. Now the problem is here, I had to add these two screws, Allen's, and I tapped the base. The reason I had to do that is because this base is made wrong. It took me looking at the little black and white picture in the directions. So, and I added a washer because that wouldn't sit flush. So I had these big washers laying around, work perfect like that. Now that works perfect. I shouldn't have had to modify this, but I did. So it's not as quick to remove this, obviously, because I have those two Allens. So I'll go get an Allen. I think it's a 5, and I'll take that off and show you why I had to do that. And I figure I probably rarely will take this off. Even if I were to still use my pickup bed tent, my mattress is over here. That's over there. That can stay put. It's out of the way for me walking. You know, I can kind of fold that like that. So good to go there. Or I could take it off if I wanted. I just figured I probably won't. But yeah, I'll show you why this would keep coming off when I had it loaded. With those two Allens removed, I use 5mm Allens. See, they're just really short. It's just going into the base. It's just stopping this from pushing forward. So I'll take this off and show you the defect of this base. So be careful if you get a lock and load. And if you get a lock and load from me, because I can sell these, I can order them, I will obviously check on this for you before I hand it to you, because now I know, right? I thought this would be an awesome product, but clearly in the factory it got made wrong. Look at that pattern. That would slide that way and come off. That one is correct. This should be shaped like that, so it's all pushing forward. So no matter what, if I turn it around, then that one would come out. So this problem is this will slide out, and I watched it with the tie-down straps. So when I would pull the bike into this to, you know, secure it really good for our dirt roads and washboard roads, this base would flex and then come out and lift up. And sometimes that one then would work out and then lift up. This is clearly a defect. I'll be sending LockNLoad this video, and then they can see that, and I really need to get a new plate. It's a pain in the butt to crawl up under this vehicle and put it on. That's a huge deal. And luckily, it was a dirt bike that was pretty well strapped into here in a truck bed. Imagine somebody's more expensive, or they cared about dirt bike, and it's in a trailer and you're going a long distance, and then you get there and you find out everything fell over because it was manufactured wrong. That's not cool. The fix was to make it stop from sliding forward was just to drill and tap into this base. So that's what I did. So when I put this back on, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Like that. Line it up with those holes on the bottom. And then I put these back in. That's good to go. Then I put these back on the knobs. And I still use the washers, like I said, because I found that didn't go into that hole. And I kind of made it a little bit better to go in that hole, but I found that didn't work. They give you some like locking spring washers to lock, but then I couldn't get it undone by twisting because they were so stiff, and it didn't really work well. So this is how I have it, and this is how it works. Otherwise, it's a very nice system. It works great. It stops it from hitting the tonneau cover like I want. I can have it with the bed down. I can have it on an angle because I have the bars, or I can put the rest of the bike up on the edge, put the tailgate up, and then put the bike back on the tailgate, and then that works really well. I do want to add one over here. However, issue with this side of the truck is the fuel tank. So I would have to crawl under there and see if I could get my hands around into that general same area as I put that one, and see if I'm able to reach up in there and do that. Otherwise, it's a lot more bigger process. I would have to drop that fuel tank and get to the bed. Well, yeah, that would probably be the easiest. I suppose you could take the whole bed off. That's a pain in the butt. So I don't know. Right now, one works for me. I mainly carry one bike. I could always do one there, put the bike up like how I had it on the tailgate, and then put the hitch carrier on and have one there, and then just put like gear and stuff on this side. Or if it's a long enough trip, I just take that off, put the bikes right up to the front, remove that out of here, or just leave that one in and bring the other bike up to the front and call it good. That's probably how I would then do it, to be honest, and just forego having the tonneau cover for a trip. I don't know, many ways you could work this, but ideally I would like one of those over here, and then you could bring in two bikes, bada boom, bada bing, and there you go. And then this one I'd probably leave off typically and just have the flat plate. Then the floor's flat, especially with the horse mat, makes it nice and flat that way, and you don't even know that's really back here. So hopefully this helped you out, and it is a good system. Unfortunately, I just got a lemon, so we'll see if they take care of me. So y'all take care, stay well, stay safe, my friends, and remember, you can buy these at A&M Moto Toys here at my shop. Have a good one.